Hey guys, it's Melissa here from melissaoatman.com. Welcome to another episode of Awaken Your Inner Awesomeness, the weekly podcast dedicated to all things spirituality and self-improvement. I am so delighted you're here with us today. Today I am going to be talking about the full moon and lunar eclipse in Taurus and what that means for you. We've been talking about how the energies the past few weeks have been so extremely heavy, and I don't know about you guys, but I have been feeling it, and over the weekend, I decided to try to get to bed early and get some rest, and I slept for 12 hours. I was exhausted. So some of you may be feeling this heavy energy, and you may be feeling the need to rest and rejuvenate. This time and this energy is calling for us to really step into our power and decide what it is we want our lives to look like. I know that many of you are probably trying to manifest things into your life, and maybe you feel like, well, I see some things happening, but it's not happening the way that I want it to. It's not fully happening. And there's a reason for that. Your blessings are coming and you are manifesting. And in fact, you're probably shifting right now. You're going through a huge energetic shift. But when we do that, we often end up getting tested a little bit before we come into what is rightfully ours. So you may have felt like you've had some triggers lately and you've been tested by the universe, and that is completely normal. And that's why sometimes that energy feels so heavy. What's happening is that the universe is asking you to get very clear about what it is that you want to see in your future, because we don't want to take things with us that are no longer serving us. That means we have to let go of bad habits. We have to let go sometimes of people, of situations, of things that are no longer serving our highest good in order to shift and move into this next energy. This time is calling for you to really be clear with your intentions. What is it that you want to see in this new chapter of your life? And I call it a new chapter because we really are stepping into something new. You're going to see things shifting pretty quickly, and you can either shift with it or you can allow it to run over you. That's your choice, and we always have that choice. That is why it's very important that we decide what it is that we want to bring with us into this new chapter of our lives. And it's very important that we get reconnected and grounded, and we are centered in our energies, because you're going to be getting clear signs from the universe on steps to take in order to help get you to this next level. But if you're ungrounded, and if your energy is all over the place, you're going to be missing those signs because you're not paying attention. And it's very easy to understand why this happens. I'm very guilty of this myself. We go on autopilot, we go about our day, we don't think about things, and we're not intentional with our thoughts. And when we're not intentional with our thoughts, they can overrun us and overwhelm us, because we have between, I think, 50 and 80,000 thoughts a day. It's a lot. I don't know the exact number, but it's somewhere in between those two numbers. Even if, let's say, you had 50,000 thoughts a day, and that's on the low end, that's an overwhelming amount of thoughts every day that you have. And if you are not being present and being intentional about those thoughts, they can completely overwhelm you, because our brain tends to focus on the negative. And so we can easily start to look around for everything that's not going right in our lives. And maybe you've been doing that lately. And there's no shame in that. We all do it from time to time. Perhaps you've been looking at your life and saying, okay, it's not where I want it to be. What we need to do is to start focusing on how things are shifting in our favor. It's not always easy to do, especially if you wake up and you're tired and you're crabby and you don't want to go to work anyway, and now you're having all of these negative thoughts and then they spiral. We have to be very intentional about catching those thoughts. One of the messages that I channeled this weekend when I was doing my live card reading on Facebook and TikTok was that worry is wasteful. It doesn't do anything positive for us, and all it does is take up our energy and cause us to be miserable. the universe was sending me that message to give to you, to let you know that it's important that we let go of the need to control everything and try to have answers for everything. We don't always have to know how things are going to work out. We need to learn to trust ourselves and the universe more. By trusting the universe and remembering that the universe always has our backs and that the universe is always bringing to us what's for us in divine timing and what's for our highest good. The universe is always working behind the scenes on our behalf. If we can learn to start trusting that more and letting go of the need to know how it's going to come in, why it's going to happen, this, that, and the other, we are going to be more at peace with ourselves. And we are allowing the universe to bring things in for us, because when we try to control things, we make a mess of everything. We tend to react defensively instead of trusting. So it's very important that we learn to let go and allow the universe to guide us more and to help us more. Really, when we are trying to control everything, it's like I don't need your help, I'll do it myself. We absolutely need the help from the universe, because the universe can bring things in surprising and amazing ways, in ways we would have never thought of. So it's really important right now for us to learn to let go of the need to control everything in our lives and just go with the flow. Because the worry that is consuming you about things that are out of your control is taking over right now. And it's time for you to let that go and be more at peace. And whether you have to physically talk to someone in order to get those emotions out, or write them down in a journal to get those emotions out, it's important to get them out, because when we don't do that, when we don't process our emotions, we're keeping that stuck in us. And we do want to let that go. And one of the practices that I really like doing is when your thoughts get overwhelming, write them down. What do you keep telling yourself? And then reframe your thoughts. You need to disrupt the pattern of thoughts that keep coming in, because it's hard once you have that negativity rolling in. It's hard to stop it. But it's like a train that speeds forward. You've got to stop the negative thinking, because once that starts, the more time you spend allowing those thoughts to build and to ruminate, you're attracting more of that you don't want coming in, and you're just putting yourself in a mental prison. What you need to do, and this is an exercise that I like because I think it's really helpful, is to write down all the thoughts you've had during the day and really look at them. What have you been telling yourself? A lot of those thoughts are irrational, and there are things that would never even happen and things you don't need to worry about, and you're just torturing yourself with them. So what I want you to do is to look at those thoughts and reframe them in a more positive way. So if you're worried about your body and losing weight and those things, okay? Because that's a common one for a lot of people. Instead of saying, I hate my body, I love my body and I appreciate my body because it moves me throughout my day. We want to reframe those thoughts in a way that it's positive, and you want to have those ready to go, because when those negative thoughts come in, and they will, you want to disrupt that pattern by having those positive thoughts ready to go to shift your thinking. And, I liken it to being in a whirlpool. You start walking in one direction and you see how fast you can get the water moving. But then when you turn around to go the other way, the current is so strong that it takes you under. In the same way, when you get your thoughts going in one pattern for so long, it's hard to shift it back the other way. It's possible, but that's why it's important to catch it as quickly as we can so that we can start shifting those thoughts. So you need to work on your mindset this week, and what do you really want to see in your life? A good exercise for this is to sit down and think about what your perfect day would look like. I was listening to someone on TikTok, and she was describing what her day is like for her, the way that she works. And I remember just thinking, wow, I'm so jealous of that. That's exactly what I want. So be intentional when you sit down and write down, what would my perfect day look like? For me, it would be that I don't have to get up early. I can wake up around 9 o'clock if I want. I can slowly drink my coffee and enjoy the morning. I can ease myself into work. I can work from home. Whatever your day looks like for you, what would that be? because we're intentionally setting up our own reality. Even if right now you're thinking to yourself, I don't know how this could possibly be a thing, we have to have a little faith sometimes that the universe can bring us exactly what we need. So sit down and ask, what is my perfect day? What does it look like? And then I want you to write down some things that you would like to see in your life. And as you're doing it, thanking the universe that it's already happening, it's already coming in for you. And be intentional about setting a little time, whether it's 5 minutes in the morning, in the evening, and just thanking the universe for bringing those things to you. You don't have to know how it's going to come in. We just have to have faith and have gratitude that it's already yours. So doing that every day and being intentional about what you want to see come into your life. And it is going to require you to give up some things. And when I say that, what I mean is if you want to be more productive, you may have to give up procrastinating. You may have to give up those habits that are not serving you. You may need to start getting more sleep at night. You may need to take care of yourself more. You may need to add more self-care routine into your day. It's going to require you to change your life just a little bit. And it's not asking for anything groundbreaking, but just letting go of the things you know you're doing right now that are not serving you. Maybe it's just your negative thinking. If you work a little bit on your part, the universe is going to match that energy, I promise you. So sitting down, what do you need to let go of right now? What isn't working for you? What would you like to see more of in your life? And really setting an intention to do more of the things that bring you joy, because that's what the universe wants you to do. So that's what this energy is really bringing about this week, and letting go of that worrying because it's just not doing anything positive for you. And the universe does not want you to worry. The message is, we've got you, and remember who you are. Remember who you are and how powerful you are. It's time to stand in your power again. And one of the ways the universe wants you to do that is by coming back to a place of centeredness and balance. And one of the ways that we can do that is through meditation. Meditation allows you to clear your energy and to lower your stress levels and to just come back to a place of peace, which is where the universe wants us to be all the time anyway. But when we come back to that place of being centered, we're able to more easily follow our intuition and the signs that the universe gives us for the direction we should be taking. Because when we ask for these things, I would like this in my life, the universe is trying to point us in the right direction. If you want to see this, go this way. But oftentimes we don't see the signs, we don't get the messages, and it's not because the universe isn't giving it to us. It's because we are not paying attention, because we can't. We're too overstimulated, is what I want to say, with life. And we get overwhelmed, and it's time for us to rest and rejuvenate. And that was a big message that came through in the weekend reading too. The universe wants us to spend time resting and rejuvenating. We need to have our energies back at their highest potential for this next level that's coming in, because a lot of things are coming in for you, a lot of big things. And I feel how extremely blessed a lot of you are going to feel coming into this next season, but you have to be ready for it. And one way to get ready for that is to make sure that your energy levels are high. So make sure that you are getting enough sleep at night. Make sure that you are eating right. Make sure that you are balancing your energy. So do a guided meditation. Go out in nature if you can. I know it's getting colder where some people are, at least where I am. It was 80 on Friday and then 40 on the next day, which is a shock to my system. But if you can get out in nature, even if it's looking through a window, right now where some of us are, we're seeing a lot of the pretty and beautiful fall colors like the reds and the oranges and yellows. Just look outside your window and really appreciate the beauty that is in nature and get connected again with nature. Go, if you can, and it's warm, go outside and put your feet on the grass and just get grounded. Go by water. Water is so healing and cleansing. If you're able to go to the ocean or to a lake or by a stream, do that. Or even if you can just listen to the sound of waves crashing upon the shore, that is so healing for us, and it clears our energy and connects us to the universe, and we are one with the universe. And when we get grounded again, you will start receiving those signs that are meant for you, that will tell you, which way to go. I've been getting signs a lot lately, even in my dream state. So that's why I think sleep is also especially important. Pay attention to your dreams. You may be getting signs coming to you in your dreams. And it's really important to be paying attention right now. So my challenge for you for this week is to sit down and be very intentional about what you want to see in your life, and also what you want to let go of. So what brings you joy, do more of that. What isn't bringing you joy, let go of that, and make sure that you're grounding yourself, clearing your energy, taking care of yourself, doing extra self-care, going and getting a massage, or whatever it is that brings you peace and joy and happiness. Go do more of that. Listening to music or taking a hot bath, going for a walk, whatever it is that really feeds your soul, you need to be doing more of that this week and taking care of yourself. And now I wanted to pull a few cards for you today. So I pulled some messages for you. And the first card is let go or detachment. Give the universe space to work on your behalf. And I love that. It's so true. Like, you need to let go of control. Detach from the outcome. Detach from what you want to see. Detach from your desire. In other words, let go of the need to know how it's going to work out and just give the universe that space to bring it to you. I love that. You're not doing anything wrong, so be easy on yourself. Give yourself some grace. You haven't done a thing wrong. The universe just takes time to bring us what we want. It takes a lot of things that go on behind the scenes that we don't even see. And know that the universe is working for you. So let go of the guilt and the shame and whatever it is that you're feeling towards yourself. Be gentle with yourself and have grace with yourself. Keep doing what you're doing, because step by step, this is all going to make sense. Everything is going to fall into place, and it's going to work out beautifully and perfectly. You can't see the ending yet, but the things are going on right now that are going to bring you exactly what you want. There is no need to worry. I love this card so much. No need to worry. Let it go. Worry is wasteful and useless in times like these. I think that was a lyric from a Jewel song. No need to worry. Let it go. Put down the burden. Put down the worry. Don't think about how it's going to happen. Just know that it is, and that you're worthy and deserving, and stand in your power again, and know that everything is coming to you. Your intuition, follow it, listen to it. It's on point. You may not be hearing it clearly right now because everything is so busy and the world is crazy right now. That's why you need to just rest, relax, and rejuvenate and disconnect and do a little self-care. And once you do, you're going to start hearing that again. Release your expectations and stay open. The universe can bring you anything in any way. We don't have to know how it's going to happen. We just need to trust that it's going to happen. You need to trust that you are worthy and deserving of all things beautiful, remembering who you are, whose you are. The universe loves you so unconditionally, and if you knew how the universe truly felt about you, you would never doubt yourself again. So learning to love yourself, building your love. If you're struggling with self-love, and it's such a common thing, because when we experience trauma from our childhood, and a lot of people do, it's hard to love ourselves. We as children don't know how to process what happens around us, and we often take on things that our parents say to us or do to us. We don't process it correctly, and so we take that as meaning that we're bad or we're not good enough. If you're suffering from that, I have a 10-day intensive self-love course. It's online. You do it yourself. It was $20. Right now, for a limited time, it's on sale for $14. So for less than it costs you to get a cup of Starbucks coffee each day, you can learn how to love yourself again. I give you tips and tools that you can do each and every day to build that self-love. You are worthy and deserving of all things beautiful, and it's coming, but you have to love yourself more. You have to stand in your power again and believe in yourself. I have another course that is called You Are Lovable. It's a 17-day self-love course. It was $99. For a limited time, it's $55. And you can there's a payment plan too. You can split the payments if you want to. Just go to my website, melissaoatman.com. If you go to melissaoatman.com, go to the store page or shop, I think it's called. If you click on shop, you can find the 10-day intensive self-love course, which is $14 for a limited time. There's also the 60-day transformational journal, which is an online journal that you can do that gives you writing prompts to help you figure out where you want to be in life, what are your goals, and how you can get there. And it is only $12. And I have my You Are Lovable course, which is 17 days to self-love. It's a much more intensive course than the 10-day. It's $55. And I highly recommend these courses because everyone needs a little help getting there sometimes. We need assistance because we can't always see what we need to work on because we're too close to the problem. And most of us need to build our self-esteem and our self-love. We need to start taking back our power. So I highly encourage you to go to my website, melissaoatman.com, go to the shop page, and to either purchase the 10-day intensive self-love course, the 60-day transformational journal, or the You Are Lovable course. Those are all courses that would help you a lot. And what you're getting ready to walk into is so unbelievable. And the more you work on yourself, the faster this stuff is going to come in for you and the faster you're going to shift. So I highly encourage you to take a look at those courses and to have patience with yourself. Know that there are things happening right now that you can't even see. And if you could see the end, you would never question the journey. So be patient with yourself, have grace with yourself, rest, rejuvenate, work on that self-love, work on what you need to do more of and what you need to let go of that's no longer serving you, and know that beautiful things are coming in. I hope you guys have a beautiful week. If you want to join me on Patreon, you can sign up for free, and we do a live card reading each week, and everyone that shows up gets about a 7-card spread, and I pull cards for you to let you know what's coming in for you for the upcoming week or what you need to work on. It's a wonderful place. We have a beautiful community there of supportive people. They're always making each other laugh and giving advice and being really supportive of people. And it's a place where if you need to vent, people are able to talk about what's been going on with them. It's a wonderful place. I highly encourage you to join us. It's totally free to sign up and have a week trial. And then if you feel like it's not for you, that's okay. There's no obligation to stay. But we would love to see you there. If you like this podcast, please subscribe. Please leave a positive review from wherever you're listening. That really helps to grow my show and helps more people find me. And it helps me in my mission to help as many people heal as possible. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I'm sending you guys so much love and light, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.